Hey, my name is Badass Benny and welcome to my channel. If you're an ACE, AMAC, and sex human trafficking survivor, you're in the right place. And it won't cost you a penny to like and subscribe worldwide. And please leave a comment down below on the videos. Today I'm going to read a story about incest. It's called Incest. If you think the word is ugly, take a look at its effect. By Brenda L. Meyers. Written with Lee McFarlane. In the last few years, I've been open about sharing my experiences as an incest survivor. I've been doing this so that other survivors would feel free to come out and share their own experiences and feelings. I also talk about what happened to me so that help and professionals can begin to get a glimpse of what it is like to be sexually abused and can develop a better understanding of some of the damages that may occur as a result of the abuse. I'm often asked to describe what my father did to me. The focus of interest or concern or curiosity is usually leveled at the sexual interaction itself, rather than at my feelings about the incest or what I did with those feelings. It is true that I experienced a lot of sexual, physical, and emotional violence at the hands of my father, but the subsequent effects of that abuse and what I did to myself as a result of it has had as profound an influence on the course of my growing up as anything he did to me physically. I believe that children engage in violent or sexual destructive behavior for a reason. Excuse me. I believe that when children have pain they are desperately trying to express, they will sometimes do destructive things to themselves and to others in order to be heard. We are all so uncomfortable with destructive behavior that we often cannot see beyond it. We deal with the outward visible signs of feeling because they are more concrete and easier for us to manage than the pain or fear that they may lie beneath them. As a result, it is often a child's behavior that we confront rather than what a child is really trying to say. I was extremely self-destructive as a child. Sometimes I think there was nothing I didn't try in order to destroy myself. My story is not a pretty one, nor an easy one to write. It is far easier to say what my father did to me than what I did to myself. But I believe that I have come to understand why I did these things, and it is the why that must be told. We must learn to do more than just see the behavior or treat the symptoms of incest. We must learn to hear the pain. What he did to me. My mother went to the hospital for a nervous breakdown when I was about 7 years old. I was supposed to stay with neighbors, but my dad would make me come home to make dinner and visit. All I wanted was my mother. I missed her so much that even the house and the furniture seemed physically different without her. Once in a while, my dad would make me stay overnight with him. He had me sit by him and would tell me how much he needed me, and that's when he began touching me sexually. I didn't really mind it at first. I was so alone and needed the attention and contact so badly that I wanted him to touch me. When my mother came back, I didn't need or want my dad to touch me anymore, but that time a pattern had been set that would last until I was 15. And I was old enough, or scared enough, or sick enough, or angry enough to cry out for help in a way that was finally heard by some of the adults around me. In the beginning, I would wake up just as he was leaving my room at night. I wouldn't really know what had just happened. Then I would wake up with his hands on me or just before he came into the room. Later, he got so that I would wake up just before his car drove into the driveway. I lived in constant state of waiting, never knowing when he would be coming into my room. If I could wake myself up before he got to my room, I would often scream as though I was having a nightmare, thinking that he couldn't do anything if I woke up the rest of the family. They would wake up, but he would just wait until they were all asleep again, and then would carry me out to the couch in the living room and tell the others that I had been sleepwalking if I was there in the morning. At first he would just stand by the bed and touch me. Later he began to lay in bed beside me. Although he began by being gentle, as time went on, his touch became rougher and rougher. He would leave me sore and bruised for days. It was as if he completely lost touch with the fact that I was a child. He was a bully who physically dominated everyone in our family. I saw and heard him beat up my mother so many times that I was in constant fear that he would kill her. I knew that I was no match for him, and I guess I believed that his sexual abuse was somehow better than the physical abuse that my mother received. Total detachment became my way of dealing with what went on at night. I would roll into the wall when he came in, pretending to be asleep, trying to become part of the wall. That's disassociation. I would cry hysterically in order to get so far into my own pain that I wouldn't notice what he was doing. With the pillow over my face, I taught myself to totally detach my mind from my body. In pulling myself outside my body, I could actually see myself from the far upper corner of the room. I saw the little girl crying in bed, and I felt sorry for her. When the intercourse started, it was so physically painful that I couldn't detach from myself. I was around 11 years old at the time. It was also the time I began acting out in more overt ways. I began to identify with the physical and emotional pain that was all around me. My tolerance for physical pain increased, and the physical pain that I inflicted on myself acted as a release for the emotional pain that I couldn't express. The rest of this story is about the things I did to myself during and following years of incest with my father. Mostly it is about how I felt during the time. It isn't necessarily chronological. Instead, I have put it into categories because I have different feelings about each of the things I did. Excuse me. It was as though I knew that I couldn't destroy my father or the things he did to me, but I could destroy myself, thereby destroying the pain and self-hate he caused me. What are you going to do to take care of yourself today?